It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New Orleans Saints.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw his Carr. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Now a first down carry. And he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. First and 10, it's Patterson. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Demario Davis there on the stop. 2nd and 10. Patterson on the draw play. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Good work here by the tight end. It's a crossing route off of play action. They're going to let the slot receiver run a post to hopefully let the defense think they're taking a shot. And then they bring the tight end underneath, and it winds up a first down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Cordell Patterson. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Carr. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. In motion right, that's Wilson. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand to Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Carr's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Carr. To the right side and intercepted. Down the left sideline. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. There's Chris Olave. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. To throw, it's Carr. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A first down carry now for Miller. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Carr. That's complete to Cooks. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Kamara trying the right side. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play. Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Howard. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. A handoff for Warren. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
A short one there to Freiermuth. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On the give, it's Warren. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise, I knew he was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Patterson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They'll run with Patterson. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Back to throw. Howard, flush to his right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Looking to throw. Howard. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Carr to throw again. Little short pass here to Hill. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. A short one there to Freiermuth. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now Howard throwing on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will remain an 18-point lead.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. 1 second, and for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this 3rd quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Here now, 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Howard. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Back to throw. Howard got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
To throw is Howard on 1st and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 3rd down and 13. They'll look to throw again. Another completion right back to Patterson. And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. They'll go. It's Patterson. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Saints will have the football back. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. From the gun, and he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Howard to throw on 2nd down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he stopped for no gain. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He finds his man complete. That's Patterson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Throwing his car on 3rd down. That's complete to his... And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. 2nd down and 3. On the run, it's Warren. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Warren, touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Bust through the tackle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Meanwhile, Carr's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Back to Kamara for another catch. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Carr to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Carr now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. 2nd and 5. Carr going to throw. Caught by Wilson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Touchdown! Alvin Kamara from 3 yards out. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Here's one, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Howard. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills and a lot.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints again ready to go on offense. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but
Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Carr now on first down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. It's second down. Now Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, it's Carr. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Carr able to locate his running back, Kamara. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Carr. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now, Carr again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Cedric Wilson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. A point after, good by Groupie. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end, but here's 1st and 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing his Carr. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. This is 1st and 10. Carr. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Groupie able to add the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. That one looks like he'll throw here.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will extend their lead even further. Charles, a new NFL record, 67 yards. There has never been one converted from that distance until this very moment. Unbelievable. Congratulations to him.
And, partner, there's no way you or I woke up today thinking, hey, we might see a 67-yard field goal made, let alone attempted. Congratulations. Great job. And remember, it all starts getting that kick away, because often it starts low. Usually that's when it can be tipped. Not in this case, a new NFL record.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.